Now let me say this, let me finish this so people won't have the wrong intentions. It's like, and I said, go academics. You know what I'm saying? I tapped in and, it ain't finished. But you got to understand the difference between a rat and the difference between a plea, man. And then you got to understand that homeboy partners gonna talk shit to each other, gonna say this and say that when it's different situations, far as one in, one out, but when both in, one ain't never been in trouble, and such and such, and here it go. Now it's a fuss. Now that's the subject, like, damn. But you gotta look at it. Boys locked up. I done been through that, like locked up, bossed up, still bossed up, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta give it to a person the right way to make it positive. That's what's up. But what up, Thugger? And what up, Gunner? It's time for y'all to make an album now and hit them with something. But at the end of the day, it's already hit with what went on with the conversations. And then at the end of the day, your Thugger feel the way he feel. He was locked up. But a plea deal, if them motherfuckers already on the stand, that's like a judge, DA, however the fuck, man. It's like they already know what they know. So on a plea deal, they just trying to see if they can still try to get you or keep you 1 foot in, 1 foot out, G. And at the same time, when you ain't never been in trouble, you ain't got no choice but to have probation. So a plea deal, you ain't doing nothing but saying yeah to everything they say. Cause now if you go against it, it's like now your plea deal off the table. Cause your lawyer gonna tell you to say, hey, yeah, to everything. That's what he was paid for, and that's what he told Gunner to do. So people got to pay attention, 22. And Brian still said what he said, but it still came out in the end to a good situation. Think about it. And it ain't about violence. Yeah, motherfucker gonna talk with situations when shit going down, like right now, like what I got going on. Like, for real, I'm not a client. But at the same time, you gotta understand things, man. Like, you know what I mean? And now it's time for the nation to see that when them boys come together, ain't nothing but big energy. Because at the end of the day, it was said what it said, yeah, 50%, but that's his nigga, G. That's his brother, G. And he even said it in the song when he got free. Bread and butter. That was some real shit. I even was sending kites to reach out. And then the reason you can see that Thug feeling like you gotta just have a positive mind like Solomon Bible and type, you know what I'm saying? Far as your words scripted the right way, far as if you scripted or if it's off the head, make sure it means something. Far as at the end of the day, yeah, Thugger like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he talking his shit, but at the end of the day, in Bread and Butter, he's telling, hey, I sent the kite, but let me finish this, all right? So at the end of the day, when Thug on the phone call saying what he's saying, check this, man. When he on the phone call saying what he's saying, like, damn, man, brother reaching out, he ain't getting back. At the end of the day, because those the lawyers telling niggas to keep their mouth closed. Ain't no need to y'all to conversate right now. That's what the money was on the floor for the lawyers to do their job, though. And at the end of the day, he reached out, bro. I can say that to Thug. I can say that Gunna way. Both of them reached out, but it was reached out through other people communication that way. Let me wipe my face. So that's why a lot of stuff went this way, that way, negativity. You feel me now? But I know one thing. If they was able to speak, well, nobody can hear G, just them two, during them times. Well, nobody else wouldn't even be saying what they saying, fuck with academic speaking what he speak when he got them phone calls, G. Everybody done had a phone call. I done had a phone call. Yeah, fuck that nigga, man. I ain't wearing, but the whole time I love a nigga. Say no more. And real niggas always come together, especially when it's bread involved. So at the end of the day, yeah, he was talking about dropping the album, business is business. That's just a nigga just mad at that time, dog. But one thing he know, that's his dog. He out here going hard. And he gonna back him up like he say, I am the label he signed to me. So one thing, what they gonna do? Kept it real, G. That's why Thugger was free. And then that's when he stood in front of the judge and said, I'll buy you a drink if I can because I know it's serious. But I want to make sure I see Sergio. So a lot of shit be a loop. So how a nigga a rat when a nigga just threw motherfuckers for a loop? Now about the QC and all that, P, nigga and all that, it's bigger than, you know what I'm saying? But it was spoke on like that because niggas went at Gunna. Like he just hoe ass nigga because he hot and now like it say, everybody tried to what, get a taste and speak his name, however they spoke it. I can't hate, man. It's just the motion, the moment, what was going on, man. But now look how things change when he him, man. And Thugger know it, because Thugger him too. Thugger invented him into the game, fool. And he ain't do nothing but learning from Thugger and did and what he's supposed to do in this fucking game. Especially if a nigga ain't been in trouble like other niggas out here, man. Think about this shit. And then a nigga didn't snitch. People gotta pay attention to shit. That's why everybody free. Because it's a way to have a loophole, T. Far as not telling nobody to do no stupid or nothing like that. Only reason I say loophole because it was bogus shit and motherfuckers coming for niggas that was hot because YSL was dropping shit. And at the end of the day, a nigga really know who the niggas around this bitch. Them niggas gonna drop an album and watch this shit. And that boy doing an album with nobody features like that. So imagine if it was just him and Thug. Oh, slack. So let's get right. Keep the positive energy, man. I had to put that out there because you gotta look at all the energy that bring off of academics, phone calls, and all these phone calls now. So why you really wouldn't even know if that's a nigga voice, dog, because you got so many niggas trying to sound like a nigga. That's just like auto-tune. Pay attention, man. Cabbage in the room. Get smart, man. Call the shit.